make a little correction. I've been with Today Toastmasters for
I'm
years.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, my Toastmaster journey started off slowly. In the beginning, I thought that Toastmasters was more of a social club than an educational club. I first joined, professionally speaking, singles Toastmasters in West Houston. And I was in, it was a group of 150 single professionals, and the age group was 20s and 30s, and they had a requirement in this club that you had to be single. The women in the club did not want married men coming into the club. So everybody, I can't say that we checked their driver's licenses, but it was close to that. We had a lot of events in this very active social club. We had co-ed softball on the weekends. We went to a golf greyhound park on Friday night for dog races. We had a lot of parties. We had happy hours. It was just a terrific social club. That's what I thought Toastmasters was when I first joined. I thought it was more of a social club. We had a lot of fun. We had, in this age 20 to 30 group, we had terrific table topics. Now, I asked some of these questions when I was 10, 12 years younger. I would not ask some of these questions again, but when I was table topics, I remember asking one of the girls at our club, I said, I understand that you had a wild weekend with a biker gang. Jenny Chafee, come on up and tell us about your wild weekend with a biker gang. And she came up. Now I want to explain, I would not have done this with the typical female Toastmaster. We had about a half a dozen attorneys, young female attorneys. She was one of the attorneys, and she had 2 or 3 years of Toastmasters experience. She did an excellent job. I don't remember, it's been a while, I don't remember what she said. If I had picked the wrong person, this was, we had an attendance, average attendance of about 75 people. This person could have had a nervous breakdown. I realized I would not do that today. Another question I asked, or I was asked this question. We had a Toastmasters party on Saturday night. It was a wild party. It was drinking, and I got into my car on Sunday morning and put the key into my ignition, my car ignition, turned on my car, and a 19-year-old girl screamed from my car trunk. The table topics question was, Jim, what did you do last night? And I remember the first sentence of my response. I said, I had a bad day. I remember that. And I got some really dirty looks. And, I remember we had, again, it was 20s and 30s single. We had a disc jockey from the Houston area. He was 27 years old. And when I was Table Topics Master, I asked, Greg Cronus was his name. And of course, I didn't mention his name before I asked the question, but I said, one of our members has written a book. And I said, the name of the book is Looking for Lust. And I said, Greg Cronus, come up here and tell us about your new book, Looking for Lust. Remember, he's a 27-year-old disc jockey. And I don't remember, again, it's been a few years, I don't remember exactly, but we really had a lot of fun. And then I became more serious about Toastmasters. I became an area director. I went into training. I remember going to Wyo Ranch in Kerrville. We had a terrific weekend there. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I learned about the Distinguished Club Program, the Moments of Truth, and it was really good. I did club visits, as area directors do, and I tried to go several times to each club every 6 months. And I tried to get to know the officers in the club, the president, the vice president, and the vice president of education. And I really enjoyed it. It was difficult for me to get away at noon because I worked, and it would usually take 2.5 hours or so, and I'm an employee, so I had to make arrangements with my boss. But I did go to these meetings that met at noon, but I went to a lot of the meetings that met at night. And I got to know the people in the evening Toastmasters clubs a lot better, and I was able to relax more because I could spend the time. And I went over the Distinguished Club program with the Vice President of Education, and let the Vice President of Education know how important the DCP points were, and for education accomplishments, and for membership growth, and the administrative things. I also talked to the Vice President of Membership, and I reviewed the moments of truth with the Vice President of Membership. And there are 6 moments of truth, and the focus in the moments of truth is on guests and new members, and on members that have been in the club a while and how they should be recognized. The focus really is on new members. With the moments of truth, the focus is on new members because the new members are really the key to a healthy Toastmasters club. We continually need new members coming in because there is some attrition. And for a club to be healthy, it's really important to do that. And I would emphasize this to the Vice President of Membership. And I would also talk to some of the other officers, and just, I tried to get involved with the club's table topics, and honestly, I tried to have a good time. One thing I've learned in Toastmasters, when you're up front like this, or in a leadership position, if you're having a good time, you're probably doing a pretty good job at what you're doing, if you're having fun doing it. That's really, I think, a secret to having a successful experience, especially in leadership in Toastmasters. And I want to conclude by saying that Toastmasters is a marathon and not a sprint. Mr. Toastmaster.
Okay.